Let's get it. As one Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork you will not get anywhere else. All right, day to day. I said initially 4-ish miles. I was kind of back and forth about what I'll do, seeing that I did register to do a 5K tomorrow. Again, it's a 5K, so it's not a lot of miles. 3 miles really isn't that much, but at the same time, I was dealing with a bit of a cold earlier in the week. Then I did 10 miles, I did 6 miles. So I wasn't sure, and yesterday the 6 miles felt a little off. So kind of said to myself, we'll see how it feels around mile 4. So I cut it at mile 4 only because I knew we have a race coming up tomorrow and I want to be at full strength for that. As always, the goal is to place in my age group. So made the business decision to choose rest over kicking out those last 2 miles today. As far as today's Move Swiftly thought, I am recording this on Valentine's Day 2025. Another Valentine's Day in which, quote, single, end quote. And I'm using air quotes because it just doesn't feel like I'm single. It doesn't feel like I'm single. There's no physical person I'm with. But the kind of changes that has gone on from 2024 Valentine's Day to 2025 Valentine's Day, it's absolutely unspeakable. Absolutely something that I can't cover in just one 8 to 10 minute video or however long this video ends up lasting. Just know, you're not single, all right? Not single, nor anybody else who's in a situation where there's no physical person with them to, share little Facebook posts with them or social media posts and buy candy for and do all bunch of cute little hashtags, whatever it is they're doing on these media apps these days. Nowadays, I don't know what's even allowed, seeing that we're in this world now where everything is censored and you got to be sensitive towards certain situations and people's situations and what their gender is and all that kind of stuff. So it's probably incredibly confusing. And saying all that, it brings me to today's Move Swiftly thought, where I'm aligning what I normally do every day, every Friday, with the fact that it's Valentine's Day. Every Friday, I created a series called Faith-Based Friday, where I center my message normally I'll do a whole live stream on this, about a 30-minute live stream after this, around the message that my pastor, Pastor Craig Groeschel, the pastor of Life Church, the entire, all the campuses, I center the message based on what I heard from him this past Sunday. And the cool thing is, yesterday I got a little more in tune with the message, so I got to, re-listen to him twice this week. There's a couple reasons. First, there was a lady that, if you would have asked me maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I would have been expecting to be officially dating right now, who I actually blocked 2 days ago now. Not because I wanted to. I didn't block her because there isn't a great connection. I didn't block her because, there isn't a piece of me that would love to see us working together, whether it's friendship, professionally, and all that. Blocked her because she was not following the way God works. All right. She was not following a pattern or a course or a course of action in which indirectly told me that this woman is, no matter what, fearing the Lord. Okay. When you say you're going to do something, and this is true with anybody, I don't care what type of relationship it is, here's how you lose my interest, and here's how you become someone that I have a stern, harsh, no tolerance policy with when it comes to the people I no longer work with or the people I no longer want to associate with. When you say you're going to do something, when you put your word and say you're going to do it, and you simply don't do it without an explanation. Okay. Now, again, I've said a lot of things that I've tried to do, and, this happened, that happened, all sorts of things happen that, can impede a person from doing what they said that they were going to do. But when, it's over and over and it's repeated and the pattern has not changed for close to a year now, as much as you may want this person to be a certain way, they're not that way. And it's easier for everyone to just cut things off now and move on to greener pastures. And the reason I say you can move on to greener pastures is because at the top of your relationship list, at the top person that you need to be seeking to serve is not a physical person. The top person that you need to be serving is God. You need to be making sure God is the number one thing that you go to for your advice. God is the number one thing that you put your 100% faith in. You cannot put your faith in another human being because they will let you down. And when you let God be the one, ordaining your steps, making it so you are clear about who you want in your life and who you don't want in your life, eventually it gets to the point where you got to remove certain people that are becoming a distraction. One of the things that absolutely was driving me up a wall was to try to look at my phone and see if she'll respond. The anxiety and the distraction it was creating throughout my day was something that I was absolutely just I didn't want to live like that. I didn't want to have those feelings on a day-to-day. So it's like, you know what? Just block her so that removes all the anxiety, right? Block her so it removes all this. So you're not getting a text and you can keep moving on and find something better and be able to move on from a situation. There's so much more strength in that. There's so much more strength in making it so you are not allowing yourself to settle and buckle to the way of the world. That is the way of the world, all right? And I'm explaining all this to you because, unfortunately, we do live in a world that's going to celebrate, that's going to take a day like this and celebrate, chocolates, candy, and, they're going to put a lot of commercial fake stuff out there. I mean, the day, listen, I teach at a school that's predominantly females, both teachers and students, so it's going to be absolutely nauseating throughout my entire day, trust me. But again, I know I'm going to be able to get through it. Why? Because stay faithful to the Lord. I pay my tithes. I wouldn't say pay my tithes, but actually, started paying my tithes actually. But more importantly, there's an element to me to where I know God got me in the morning. God got me when it's not Valentine's Day, right? God got me every single morning, every single day, every single moment I'm living, every single moment I'm breathing. God's going to be the same consistently, and they're not going to change up just for a holiday or just because something lands on a certain day of the week. And half the people nowadays don't even really realize the true meaning of what Valentine's Day is. It was actually, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, when it's actually a war, like a Valentine's Day war or something like that. It was something actually not at all that has to do with love and all these funny treats. But again, the world takes these things and turns it into whatever it is they want to turn it into. So all that being said, like I said, it's a lot to explain, dive deeper into in a short video like this, but I will be jumping on a live stream in about an hour or so from this recording to give you the full context and the full detail, all right? Main website to check out to dive deeper into all the work I'm doing, it's makeyourmove.com. That's makeyourmove.com. One-stop shop for your teamwork and your self-development needs. As one, Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.